John Donison, BBC News.
Now, we have a development on that story we were bringing you earlier on about post-Brexit trade arrangements with Northern Ireland. We are hearing that a new deal between the EU and the UK is expected imminently. Ione Wells is our political correspondent who can tell us more. What are you hearing?
Well, we've been told by multiple sources that an announcement about this new deal between the EU and the UK over post-Brexit trading arrangements for Northern Ireland is expected imminently, potentially within the next hour. It's expected that full details of what any deal might include are more likely to come tomorrow. And separately, I've been told that as well as Conservative MPs being given a three-line whip in order to attend Parliament tomorrow, the opposition parties have also been told similar. Labour MPs have been instructed that they should go into Parliament tomorrow, with the implication that there may well be some kind of update or moment in Parliament tomorrow when MPs are given further detail of what a deal might entail. Now, the government hasn't confirmed whether MPs will get a vote on that deal. They have said MPs will get to express a view, but I think certainly there will be lots of pressure to give them a final say on it as well. This
has been such a thorny issue for so long, hasn't it? I mean, what do we think the outline of the deal might be, and the outline of the compromise, if you like, between the various parties?
Well, there's been lots of speculation about this, and today the Deputy Prime Minister Dominic Raab did hint at some of what may be in that deal. One of the main things that he alluded to, something that has been widely reported, is an idea of reducing or even removing entirely checks on goods that are moving from Scotland, Wales and England to Northern Ireland that won't go on to the Republic of Ireland or into the EU. So that would reduce some of those trade barriers between Northern Ireland and the rest of Great Britain. Separately, we may expect to hear some detail on whether the UK has managed to gain some concessions and gain the powers that it has wanted to set things like VAT taxes or state aid, which is essentially government subsidy for businesses in Northern Ireland. That's something that Rishi Sunak has wanted for quite some time. And I think these kind of details are things that are key, really, and have been kind of a major focus of the discussions so far. One contentious point, though, is how much or not Northern Irish politicians will get a say in how future EU laws might apply in Northern Ireland. Now, I think there is certainly an implication from what Dominic Raab said this morning that they will get more of a say. But I think the opposition from unionist parties and some Conservative MPs has been that the EU may still retain some sovereignty there.
And you talk there about the opposition. I mean, as you say, the unionists, democratic unionists, and also some Brexiteer Tories, including Boris Johnson, may oppose this. I mean, how worried would Rishi Sunak be by that? Is that opposition that could potentially derail this deal, or is it just an inconvenience?
Well, I think it could potentially be both, depending how this plays out over the next 24 hours. Certainly, there is a sort of political fear about how many, if any, number of kind of Conservative MPs oppose the principle of this deal. Some have been pretty adamant that a big red line for them is the application of EU laws in Northern Ireland, and may not accept a deal that doesn't remove some of that jurisdiction that the EU currently has. I think, though, one of the major concerns of whether or not this deal will be a success is, will the Democratic Unionist Party in Northern Ireland agree to go back into a power-sharing agreement in the government there? If they don't, that could be politically very difficult for Rishi Sunak, leaving Northern Ireland still without a functioning government. And that's one of the key things he's hoping this deal will achieve.
Ione, thank you very much indeed. We'll probably talk to you again when more details emerge. But for the moment, thank you very much indeed for that breaking news that an announcement about that deal does seem to be imminent. Now, the former UK Environment Secretary, George Eustice,